Welcome to the 700 Club. President Trump is calling the opioid epidemic the worst drug crisis in American history. So he's ordering the federal government to take action by declaring a national public health emergency.
The number of Americans dying from drug overdoses has climbed dramatically in recent years. The president says the government can do more to end the crisis, and some users have also overcome their addictions through faith-based programs. Gary Lane has the story.
The president called opioid addiction the worst drug crisis in American history and called America to action.
It is time to liberate our communities from this scourge of drug addiction. We can be the generation that ends the opioid epidemic. We can do it.
But Trump's critics, like House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, ask, if there's an emergency in America, why didn't he commit new federal money to fight it?
What I would say to the president on that is, show me the money. The president's statement are words without the money.
But the president believes wise steps can be taken by the executive branch that won't cost American taxpayers more money. The president took action to let patients in rural America get prescriptions to treat addictions by phone or the internet. And he's cutting bureaucratic red tape, which will let more current federal funds go to treatment centers throughout the country. And the president got personal as he reminisced about his own brother, who died from an addiction more than 35 years ago.
He had a problem. He had a problem with alcohol. And he would tell me, don't drink. Don't drink.
And President Trump says he doesn't drink alcohol because of his brother's experience. As the president made his announcement, authorities arrested the billionaire CEO of pharmaceutical company Insys Therapeutics. He's expected to plead not guilty to charges that company officials bribed doctors to overprescribe the powerful opioid substance. The opioid crisis has taken a heavy toll throughout the country. CBN News has reported regularly on the crisis. Health reporter Lori Johnson talked with Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine. His state has limited the amount of painkillers that doctors can prescribe to patients at one time. And the state has brought lawsuits against pharmaceutical companies.
We had a number of pharmaceutical companies that developed pain meds, and they were pushing those out, and they were telling the doctors, these are not very addictive. Turns out they are very addictive.
Elaine Vance knows all too well just how addictive opioids can be. She started on painkillers and then transitioned to heroin because it was stronger and cheaper.
I remember doing the first time I ever done heroin. I remember thinking, this might kill me. I may die. And then the longer I was in active addiction, I remember mixing it up in the spoon and just saying, I hope this kills me. I'm ready to die.
But like others who have turned to faith-based treatment, Elaine overcame her bondage after joining a Christian outreach center and turning to God.
I started getting to know Jesus, and I realized that the same power that rose him from the grave is what fights addiction, not me. I can't beat it. And once I realized that was the power fighting for me, I knew I was never, ever going back.
Gary Lane, CBN News.
Now, there is hope. If you are addicted, there is hope. God can release you from it, but you have to surrender it to Him. You have to say, it's not by my willpower that this is going to happen. It's only by the grace of God. But I encourage everyone watching, the best way to stop addiction is to never start. And if you're getting prescribed painkillers and being assured that somehow they're different than other painkillers and it's not going to lead to this kind of addiction, think again, get educated on it. And the whole crisis right now seems to be fueled by OxyContin, some other drugs in a similar category where somehow the medical community got fooled that these were safe to prescribe and they would be long-acting and the risk of addiction was minimal, all of these kinds of things. And it turned out to be absolutely wrong. And when you have a culture that says heroin is cheaper than the medication I was on, that is indeed shocking. So we all need to wake up to it, and the best way to stop addiction is to never start taking those pills. In other news, the Trump administration has agreed to pay a settlement to Tea Party groups after their lawsuit against the IRS. Ephraim Graham has that story from the CBN Newsroom. Ephraim?
Gordon, the settlement comes after a class action lawsuit by Tea Party groups saying they faced intense scrutiny from the IRS when they filed for tax-exempt status. The IRS had admitted the targeting. Many Tea Party groups had argued their constitutional rights were violated when they were singled out based on their political views. The American Center for Law and Justice represented dozens of Tea Party groups. A judge must still now approve that settlement. The House of Representatives has cleared the way for Congress to take up a tax reform bill by passing a federal budget Thursday. That set the guidelines for the upcoming work on a tax plan. White House Legislative Affairs Director Mark Short told CBN's online political program Faith Nation the Trump administration is moving quickly to get a tax measure passed.
It's time to get this economy churning again and begin to create jobs for the American people. And so it's important, not for political reasons, it's important for the economy that we do this sooner rather than later. And our aim is to do it before the end of this year.
You can see that full interview with Mark Short on this week's Faith Nation. You'll find it on CBN News' Facebook page. Widespread damage still covers Puerto Rico more than a month after Hurricane Maria devastated the island. But it's what can't be seen that has doctors worried. Bacteria in the water that could lead to major health problems. Eric Rosales is on the ground there to show us how Operation Blessing is making sure there is clean, safe drinking water.
I'm in the Roberto Clemente Coliseum. It's here where the city municipalities have been working out of providing food for the people here in Puerto Rico, but it's also here where Operation Blessing has been working out of since day one after the hurricane. They've been here providing clean, safe drinking water to the people by providing them with filtration systems.
So Operation Blessing has got all sorts of amazing tools for purifying water, everything from small family units that we've been distributing to larger units that we can put in a community, and they can take even seawater and turn it into clean drinking water, up to 1,800 gallons a day.
It couldn't have come at a better time, as at least 76 cases of lipospirosis have been confirmed here. Doctors say the spiral-shaped bacteria found in rodents and other animals tend to spread after flooding. Serious cases of infection can cause organ failure and even death.
Clean water is an urgent need here, and it has been for a long time. And Operation Blessing's been here since day one. We're going to continue to provide clean water to the people of Puerto Rico, amongst other things that we're doing to help.
So far, Operation Blessing has installed 11 community-sized water filtration systems throughout some of the hardest-hit areas of Puerto Rico.
This mess has been a result of the hurricane. Water filled our home, and now we can't find clean drinking water anywhere.
Now, thanks to OB, clean water is flowing from Lares in the north to Humacao in the east, to the hospital on the island of Vieques.
This is the pharmacy for the hospital. This is the medicine supply for this island of 10,000 people here. And Operation Blessing is helping to keep it going with our generators.
In addition to water filtration systems, Operation Blessing crew members are making chlorine. Just salt and water, and 8 hours of time, gallons of this chlorine solution can be made. Workers say just a capful with every 5 gallons of water can kill harmful bacteria and make it safe to drink. You can make the difference and provide clean drinking water to the people of Puerto Rico. If you'd like to help out, you can visit operationblessing.org. Eric Rosales, CBN News, Puerto Rico.
Operation Blessing striking back against disaster. Gordon?
When disasters strike, we want to strike back with love and compassion. You can be a part of that relief effort in Puerto Rico. All you have to do is call us, 1-800-700-7000. and say, I want to be a part of this. You can also mail to us. Just put Operation Blessing Disaster Relief on the memo line of the check, CBN Center, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23463. Or you can just call us, 1-800-700-7000.